Guys, so this video will be a potential trade opportunity for the week on Gbpusd. Presently, I will run through the trade that I took this week before I give you my setup analysis, what I'm looking at. So I have these two moving averages here so that you can see what I'm talking about. I don't really use any indicators on my charts due to the time that I spend trading forex. All right, so the 50 is the red and the 100 is the yellow, and it will be simple moving averages that I'm using. So I'm on the H4, and this week here we was in a bit of a range due to the sell-off on the previous week here. All right, so the sell-off was here and I was expecting a range this week, so basically I would buy and sell in that range. All right, so let's drop down to the H1, and between each two lines would be 1 week. So this was the week that has ended today, because the market now open. It's Sunday the 28th, and the market's now open. It's 5:40 at my time, and this was the previous week where the market has been heading down, and I know that we would have gone a range, and what in that range I would have been buying and selling at the top. So let's jump to the M15 where I took my trades. All right, so this would have been that week. Great. So I know this was Friday's low. So if I draw that line here, that whole thing was Friday low. So anytime I know that particular line there is very important, act as a support or a resistance. So if I know that price would go above that line, I will basically take a trade. And what I could look for is a Pacific pattern so I could get an earlier entry. But I was on work and I take this trade and I know that it had news coming up, so I would say, okay, you know what, this trade looks good, let me come in and execute that position. All right, let me change the color to blue thickness 3. Done. So the purple line is the low, right? Good. So I know news was coming for this particular trade, and once I saw this candle here, right, basically it was like a mini W on that trade right here, right? And once I saw that powerful bar right here, this bar right here, I said I would execute, and I said bam shot, I will take that trade. I come in with lots of position there, and I was actually smiling. Great. So that is that. So I was waiting for the market to see what it's going to do on that particular day, right? So the previous day, which would have been Wednesday, I saw the market heading down and I'm looking for a next opportunity, and I entered for a buy, and due to work I got an entry. I think it was this candle, can't really remember the specific candle, but I know I got an entry somewhere, and it was this candle or this candle, and I rode it all the way up till it touched my 100 moving average. I exit the position and I was unable to take a trade on Thursday. But on Friday, I saw it came back down to that specific line of that weekly close, where the weekly low. On Friday, it has been at that position there, and I saw this candle here for a buy position, and I entered, and I think I exit this position about here, so because I was on work. All right, so basically that was my trades. I know it was Friday, the market would have definitely gone against me, and I was exit. So I took like about 3 trading positions this week. So guys, that is that video. So for this week, I am looking at some trading opportunities here because the market is in a range. So let me just mark up for you guys what am I seeing here. I'm seeing a trading opportunity here, something some buys actually. So market is this week's low here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that line here. All right, so this is the low of last week, and we put a next line just to show you guys. This line is going to be the high of last week as well. So that's the low and that's the high, right? So what I'm looking at, right, I don't want to see price go lower. If it goes lower, this trade is definitely invalid, right? So I want to see market come up, down, consolidate a little bit during the week. Now this is the H1, right? This could happen on the H4. So I feel I should take this on the H4 for you guys, so it'll be simpler. Let's go to the H4. All right, so this is the H4. I'm trying to get this thing on this side here, but it's not coming up. Right, anyway, got it. Great, so this is the H4. Between each white line on the H4, it is a week. So what I want to see this week is market come up to probably touch the 50 moving average, come down and consolidate and go long. So that is what I'm looking at, right? So I'm looking at this to be anywhere in this area here. Some persons could take profit off of the 100, etc. But from experience like this here, you know, the candlestick always fly past the moving average and come all the way back down. So that's why I put it above, past the moving average. So I'm looking for some longs this week, right? So I'm expecting the market to come up, come down, a little consolidate here and go long and come back down, something like that. All right guys, so keep track of it, see what it does, keep your craft consistent in terms of trading, etc, etc. I do hope that this video was helpful for you. All right, so stay tuned until the next one.